Greetings, Evil Boy Genius here. Me and Connor again. I I know I do this quite a bit, but I'm going to have to rant again, right? I saw a copywriter this morning posting her idea of how you should structure bullet points, whether you should put numbers in or not numbers. And she's got this, or she first called it a hypothesis and then a theory, which itself, all by itself, in and of itself, tells me she has no clue what she's talking about. Because a hypothesis and a theory are very, very different things. And to conflate the two shows your ignorance. But what she was saying was, well, it doesn't matter what she was saying about the numbers because it's irrelevant. But essentially, it was just a guess. She had no data. And she actually said, because my point was you won't know the answer unless you test. And she said, well, you might not have enough traffic to test and get significant results. Well, if you're not going to get significant results by testing, you're not going to get significant results by just fucking guessing, which is what you are doing. Now, there's a serious pointer, apart from me being pedantic and just fucking a grumpy old autistic bastard. And that is LinkedIn, Facebook in particular, but that stuff is so out there, it's obviously crap. But LinkedIn is full of so-called professionals who are giving their tips and their ideas of how you should do everything from structure your mindset to run your business, and clearly many of them haven't got a fucking clue. I think a lot of them are just parroting what they've read somewhere else without actually thinking through what they're saying with their critical thinking hat on. Because, you know, if you thought about it for a moment, if you thought about what you were saying, if you said, well, we don't have enough data to get the real answer, so we're going to use a hypothesis because that's the best thing to do, you'd realise how stupid it was, thinking that the hypothesis is better than data. It's just my fucking head in. But anyway, my point is this: if you want to grow your business, okay, please look at the people you're taking advice from and think critically about whether they're thinking critically or not. Because one thing you'll never hear me do is make statements of categorical fact, apart from that one, without backing it up or hedging my bets. Because, you know, I don't know. I don't know all the answers. If I did, I'd be a fucking billionaire or God or something. Only God, even if there was such a thing, would know all the answers. That's what being omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient fucking means. You know everything. Well, no one is God. There isn't a God as far as we know. It seems highly unlikely. So everything else is just a guess or a better guess. Even science doesn't actually prove things. You just become more and more right, closer to the truth. The actual truth itself is quite elusive, and we only get closer to it. At every stage of human history, you see, we've thought we knew the answers. We've thought we were right and everyone before that was wrong. Well, what makes you think that we're any different today from how we were 100 years ago? The only difference between today and 100 years ago is we are closer to the truth. And what we think is true today, we might discover is not true tomorrow. And this is one of the mistakes people make about when they don't trust science, because they say it's always changing. Yes, it is always changing. It's self-correcting. And that's a good thing. But the fact is, people in my industry and virtually every other industry out there, they don't know the truth. They are guessing. They only know what they know up until that point, and it might change tomorrow. So when you get copywriters and marketers telling you what the best way to do something is, or what the answer is, take it with a fucking great big handful of salt, because they're likely, some of them are just talking bullshit. Some of them believe what they're saying, but they're all fucking wrong. Now, our approach is very, very different. What we do is we look at your business how it is now. We look at the data such as it is, if we can. And if we haven't got it, one of the first things we'll do is we'll tell you to get it and how to get it. We'll help you get it. And then, moving forward, while we're getting that data, we have to work on what we call best practice. What we know seems to work best in most circumstances, most of the time, or certainly have done in the past, because that's the best we can do. And then, as things progress, well, then we can start to tweak and test and change things as we get real data in. And anyone who says they can do it better than that is lying to you, or they're just mistaken, or possibly just fucking stupid. But that's how we do it. Okay, and this is one reason we charge so much, and we charge an upfront fee to get this stuff set up, because, you know, it's like a doctor. We can't prescribe the medicine until we've done a thorough examination, and we are not doing that for free. It's a lot of fucking work. All right. Now, what is free is talking to me. Okay, 15-minute brainstorm. I will look at your business as it is, and I'll give you a very quick précis of what I think we can do, if we think we can help you, or indeed not. I mean, we might not want to help you either, because depending on what kind of business you're in, what you're selling, how you're selling it, and even whether or not I like you as an individual or not will determine whether I want to work with you. If that's the case, we can maybe move forward. But first things first, it's a 15-minute brainstorming session where you go over a load of ideas you can either do yourself, or we can maybe talk again at some point in the future about us helping you do it. So PM me if you want help with your business, particularly home improvements, kitchens, bathrooms, bedrooms, landscaping, decorating, that kind of stuff. Okay, but really almost any kind of business would benefit from what we can do, as long as your transaction sizes are high, or you have the ability to create something which you can sell for a large amount of money. If you're selling paper clips and newspapers, well, I don't really want to get involved in that, because I have to sell too many to make it worth your while and make it worth mine. So PM me, I'm going to arrange a time to talk, or add me on Facebook if you want to get to know me first, and the link is below in the comments. In the meantime, I think we're out of here. Are we out of here? We're out of here. We're out of here. See you later.